Slipknot are back. This is the Dying song. And it's a song.
Do we go to James first? Or James last?
We'll save James till last. I reckon.
Okay.
You're the biggest Slipknot fan here, so you can go last. Dan?
For me, you've already summed it up very well, Alex. It's a Slipknot song. It does all the things that Slipknot do very well, but doesn't excel in any way, really. My favourite bit about the song is how it kind of builds up the tension. It gets a bit more intense further and further along as you go, and then that final chorus into the outro is like, blah. There's just loads of like noise and percussion and loads of stuff going on. Yeah, it's a Slipknot song. It's good.
There were things about it I really liked, but I think something that I felt for a while is like the Grey Chapter, We Are Not Your Kind, Now This, doesn't feel... I don't feel much distinction between them. Whereas when you go from like self-titled to Iowa to Volume 3 to All Hope Is Gone, those are like clear, definitive albums with their own style and sound. And it's felt like since the Grey Chapter onwards, it's sort of... You could...
They're Slipknot songs.
You think about some of the songs that they released to kick off previous albums, like The Negative One and Devil and I for Grey Chapter, and then Unsainted for We Are Not Your Kind. Those are huge, huge songs.
The Devil and I in particular felt like kind of a... This is here. We've got a new album. Yeah. It's going to be a thing.
Mm. Whereas this was just like... Yeah, it's a Slipknot song.
We're Slipknot.
Yeah.
We still do this. Which is fine.
It's fine. Go on, James. Let loose.
I mentioned earlier about like there are bands that you want it to land every time and enjoy it. This ain't one.
Oh no.
I always want to enjoy Slipknot music, and I don't enjoy this. There are large sections which I do love, and like the verses are wonderfully aggressive, and it's nice to hear some of like Jim's lead work kind of worm its way back in. I haven't really heard it that much since like Volume 3 All Hope Is Gone, I think. We used to kind of like see him just noodling around on stage and kind of like improvising. Even like you look at the old Download 2009 kind of set, you can see him doing all of that, and it's like, oh cool, it fits in the song nicely there. And it's nice to have that back, but then it kind of gets back into the chorus, and that just doesn't hit for me. It doesn't resonate. Like, I'm never against them mixing up the vocals, and I hate the comparisons that people are giving to Stone Sour because I think they are very distinct. I think you can...
That's a really lazy comparison, isn't it? When people...
Corey's doing clean to Stone Sour.
It's Slipknot, but not as heavy, so it's Stone Sour.
Bullshit. You can go back probably to the first Stone Sour album, and there are select one or two songs that instrumentally you could hear and maybe mistake for some Slipknot. Yeah. However, they are very two distinct bands, and just because Corey's doing cleans does not mean, oh, it's like Stone Sour. Fuck off. However...
That's you told.
That's it, yeah.
Yeah, you.
Like, I don't mind his cleans choruses. Like, Unsainted, I think was fantastic. It's a great song live, it hooks you in. However, for this, it just doesn't feel like it fits for me. And obviously having a chorus repeat and come back in, it just kind of pulls me out of the song. I thought the bridge was great, and I love how like in your face it is, but then it kind of comes back into that chorus, and I'm like pulled back into reality of not enjoying it. And like Grey Chapter was the album that possibly I think as a whole resonated with me the least, which I think for most people it's All Hope Is Gone, but I don't know, Grey Chapter, apart from like some of the big tunes on it, as a whole album I didn't enjoy, and this kind of puts me back in that kind of vibe. Chapeltown Rag, fantastic kickstart to this album. I think that will be fantastic. I loved that song, and I'm glad that's going to be on this album. However, this now is then pulling me out slightly, and I'm a little bit more wary. And I don't like being wary about a Slipknot album. Like, I'm never going to lose my love for this band. That's never going to go. However, a little bit like the Architects album, I'm just lowering my expectations slightly, and hopefully it'll be a good thing, and it will flip, and it will come out, and I'll be elated with how good it is, and be like, yeah, Slipknot are the best band in the fucking world, and they've proved it again. However, just holding my horses for the minute, and hoping that is going to be good.